Happy Friday, folks. Unless, of course, you're watching this video on a Friday. Today, we're taking a look at the Fractal-Design Core 3300. This is the new mid-tower case, and I love a couple of things about this case. But first off, I love the price at $57.99. Relatively inexpensive case, and this is made out of stainless steel. This is a solid case and it's super light. It's actually not heavy at all, even though it looks heavy. So looking at the top of the case, you've got two USB 3.0 ports, headphone port, jack, mic jack, power reset, and there's an LED button between the reset and the headphone jack. At the top, you can take 240mm fans or 240 water cooling radio at the very top, as well as the front panel of the front of the case, which is nice. You've got side panel fans, which you can add up to 140mm fan, as well as the rear. And this case is really nice in a couple of features, and I'll show you in a second. At the back of the case, of course, standard affair here, where you have all your basic panel ports and openings, and of course where your power supply goes to. I'm using a Fractal-Design power supply, so this is pretty much a whole Fractal-Design case and power supply build altogether. Now let's take a look inside at the case itself. It's very open. It's got some nice, well spaced areas, so you can work around with it. Also, what's really cool is the drive bay itself for your SSD and hard drives. It's actually a side panel bay, so if you look at it closely, instead of you sliding in into the drive either front or left, you actually can detach this as detachable, and you can mount it on the sides of the panel itself, and you can mount up to 6 drives here on the side of this panel, which is nice. And you can also mount 2 behind the motherboard, and makes for more space in between, so you can walk around in there and actually say attach 2 GPUs or even a larger graphics card, which takes up a lot of space. So I like that fact that you've given that much space in there, and I think that helps a lot if you're trying to build something really crazy, or at least with a lot of power in there. So you can see all that space. It just allows you to put your cords behind and do a lot of stuff in there, which is nice. And again, for a case that really relatively costs at $57, you really can't complain about that. I think they've done a very good job with this case. As I mentioned, I changed my rear fan, the 140mm fan. I basically attached my water cooling for my CPU there, and this is actually an older build. I basically just transferred my build over, so I didn't actually do a full build for this. Now the front of the case has vents on either side there, but you can also detach that so you can access the front panel, if you will. Now there are no dust vents there in the front panel, which is kind of a bummer. There are dust vents at the bottom of the case where the CPU is, so I wish there was in the front, but it's a cheaper case, so I figure that's why they didn't want something that was open to allow a lot of dust to come in. It's a nice case. I definitely recommend it. Check out the link below to either buy it, but subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and always enjoying your entertainment.